What's up, fight fans? This is Kurt DeVille with Counterpunch Boxing News, and I have some new news concerning Kell Brooke, Amir Khan. It went down to the wire. Kell Brooke, Amir Khan, it went down. Let me start round one. Amir Khan was tentative. So was Kell Brooke, but Kell Brooke expectedly because he's a counterpuncher. Amir Khan came in trying to see what he can exploit. There was nothing to exploit. I think that made him nervous. That made him move more. And then Amir Khan, having the nervous energy that he had, started to shoot out these punches. Us. The first 20 seconds happened. Amir Khan got caught with a counter jab from Kell Brooke, and it instantly wobbled him. Go figure. Okay, and when it wobbled him, Amir Khan tried to hold on, which he did. You know, he still has heart. He has no chin, but he has heart. And second round, Amir Khan tries to come back, but he still gets countered with these rights, overhand rights by Kell Brooke. And Kell Brooke has a rhythm mechanism where if he's hitting you, then he's And that's what he was catching Amir Khan with, and Amir Khan was punching less, and it gave the opportunity for Kell Brooke more. So Kell Brooke started landing these punches, and I think, for the record, he went down, but it was at the end of that round, and the bell rang, and Amir Khan went down. I think that should have been an official knockdown. Round three, Amir Khan showed that, hey, I'm still here, I'm still tough, but he was still getting outworked by Kell Brooke. He was catching him with some lefts and some right uppercuts, but it didn't seem to bother Kell Brooke like Kell Brooke's punches bothered Amir Khan. Okay, and that was the whole difference, and it told the story of the fight because, yeah, you hit me, I hit you. You hit me, I hit you. But when I hit you, it's more detrimental than when you hit me. Okay, and that's what was happening. Round four, okay, Kell Brooke started to ravage Amir Khan. Amir Khan was holding on for dear life, okay? The referee was watching. He was watching, okay? Another dominant round by Kell Brooke. Round five. Kell Brooke started to throw these overhand hooks and around the guard hooks, lefts and rights, to Amir Khan. Amir Khan's guard was here because he was trying to protect that chin. You know, that chin is delicate. That chin is sensitive. And he was trying to protect that sucker. And so what Kell Brooke was doing, he was like, I'm coming around the guard. I'm coming around the guard. So when he was coming around the guard of those punches, he had Khan to the point on the defense always, and that's unlike Khan. Okay? And out of nowhere, the referee stops the fight. Now, this is when the problem comes in. The controversy comes in is when when the fight was stopped, Amir Khan was just protecting himself. But was he getting hit with clean, hard punches? No, he wasn't. Had he got caught with clean, hard punches earlier? Yes, he did. But does that equate stopping the fight when he stopped it? No, it does not. Okay, listen, let me tell you guys something. Me counterpunching this fight should have been a lot greater. I was up on my feet. I was excited. I love a British local rivalry more than the next guy. But let me tell you, when the shit gets stopped short, that's when I have a problem. And the problem lasted with this fight. That fight was stopped too early. The referee, I think he felt that he needed to stop the fight due to whatever past time trauma that he had or whatever. Let me tell you guys something. Being a referee is not an easy job. I definitely shunned Richard Steele. Okay? Richard Steele stopped Mildred Taylor and Julio Cesar Chavez. And Chavez won from Mildred Taylor for beating him round after round. But Julio Cesar Chavez came back and dropped him. And 3 seconds was left, and he stopped that fight. And I shunned him. I shunned him. Every chance I got, I talked about Richard Steele. Richard Steele, you're trash. You're no good. You're this, you're that. You're a coon. You're this, that. I called him everything in the book. Until I met that man in 2019, and the nicest man I ever met in my life. And I felt instantly bad about everything I said about him. I don't think he know what I said about him. But I did feel bad about him. And I'm saying all this to say this. A lot of referees have their own sense and they have their own problems. and trials and tribulations with their job. Their job is to referee to see if these guys come out alive or healthy or well. But sometimes I think that they may overdo it. They may, and a lot of times they do. In this situation, I think they did. But I'm going to say this. Just because this referee stopped the fight doesn't mean that he's biased. Doesn't mean that. But it could mean that maybe he shouldn't be a referee. Okay? Maybe he's been through too many situations where it was a fighter that was killed on his watch or was hurt badly on his watch. Okay? So I think at the end of the day, maybe when a referee goes through some kind of dramatic situation where he loses a fighter or someone gets severely hurt, I don't think he should come back to the sport of boxing. And I think that would avoid situations like we just saw when a referee gets scared or jumps the gun because he's seen something in his mind that happened before, that post-traumatic stress disorder syndrome kind of shit. I think he shouldn't have fought again. But then again, like I've said about other referees from the UK are tending to stop fights early. Just like a lot of those Daniel Dubois fights were stopped early to me. I'm like, dude, he wasn't even really hurting this guy. He was just welling on him. But that guy wasn't getting hit flush. He wasn't really hurt. And at what extent did you say, or you can tell when somebody's getting hurt or not? So I think it will be a part 2. If Amir Khan wants to save face, he would take that rematch. And if he doesn't, we'll know who the best in that land was. But anyway, you guys tell me what you think about Kell Brooks stopping Amir Khan by referee stoppage. Of course, please subscribe. And you guys been Counterpunch. Peace.